Here with head women's basketball coach Tim Healy. Coach, you've been practicing for almost a month now. Finally going to get a chance to play some games this weekend. What's been your focus in this first month of practice in preparation for these first games?
Well, we're a young basketball team, so it's really just trying to put together the skeleton of a competitive team. And so we've had a lot of fundamental work, but we've also had a lot of time to figure out who's competitive and who can really compete right now with such a young ball club.
And as you said, a very young team. A lot of sophomores who saw a fair amount of playing time last year as freshmen, but maybe weren't in a starting role. How do you see that transition going from those players as freshmen playing a lot and now going into starting roles?
Well, those young kids from last year have matured a great deal. We're still going to be in a situation where we don't have a lot of game experience. We're going to start a junior, three sophomores, and a freshman in our first game, and so that indicates that we're pretty darn young. But I think those kids have done a nice job. They had a good off season. They worked hard. They got stronger. They got better. I think there's some talent there. It's just a matter of coming together as a basketball unit.
And one of those players you mentioned, one of your upperclassmen, Chelsea Haskey, returns your leading scorer from last year. Can rebound, can score inside. Talk about her play last year and what you're kind of looking for out of her this year, maybe in a different role, being one of the older leaders on the team.
Well, I think Chelsea had an amazing year last year, considering that we just didn't have a lot of depth and a lot of talent around her. She still averaged 13 points, and was almost in double figures in rebounds, and was just had a really, really outstanding year. But she had to carry the load. Everybody knew coming into the gym that she was going to be the leading scorer. I think what we've done this year is given her some other people around her so that it makes her even better. And I think Chelsea has matured as both a passer and as a rebounder. I think she's going to be the centerpiece of our offense, but I don't think she has to score 20 points a night for us to win, which I think last year she probably did.
And going to Monmouth this weekend to play Cal Baptist and Hawaii Pacific. What do you expect out of those two teams this week?
Cal Baptist is a senior-laden team with a lot of returners. They went 22-7 last year. They're picked to finish second in the Pac West. They're going to be a real test for us. They're very mature, very athletic, and I think that will be a tough game for us. Hawaii Pacific graduated a lot of folks, and we played them last year when we started a couple of freshmen in the first game of the year. So it'll be a good test for us to figure out kind of where we are. My goal this weekend is for us just to come out and be really competitive and to make sure that we're in both games the whole way and that we stay completely focused on the task at hand.